That's the cultural centre that they're building over there. A lot of cranes. And also we're working on the work is progressing on building the aquarium. You see that as I get close to the city. I don't normally walk up this way, just want to do it for a bit of a change. Yeah, there's constant breeze. May not be so good for the audio, for the YouTube audio, but it's better for my comfort. So at least there's one of us as a winner's hours. Yeah, the thing about the electricity thing that actually sort of gets me is that I did look up off the grid solar systems, and I found a site that's based in the US, and they were very honest, and they talk about all the sort of issues you had to think about when you set up your own power source using solar. And it's not as simple as people might think. There's a lot of considerations, and the bottom line is you generally need a hell of a lot more panels than you might think if you want to live a sort of a lifestyle you're used to when you're on the grid, because you're going to need to put a lot of stuff in, a lot of power into your batteries, because you're going to get a lot of days that are overcast, and you just can't count on it as base load power. Simple as that. And it's a major issue. I saw a separate site run by an Australian guy, because he had an Australian accent anyway. He had the same sort of setup, and he had to actually massage the efficiency of his solar cells by keeping them down to a certain temperature. If they got too hot, the efficiency of the actual solar cells would drop. Now this is something that the greenies never tell you, all this sort of stuff that you have to do. He actually had to spray the back of the solar arrays to get them down to a lower temperature so that it would be more efficient for them to produce electricity. This is a lot of frigging around, to be honest with you. He was doing a lot of tinkering, a lot of tweaking to get the maximum out of the system. Most people don't want to have to think about all that stuff. They just want to be able to click on the switch and know that the power's there. But I guess if you're an enthusiast, that's fine, but most people aren't. They just want the power, and they want to not have to think about the utilities. So I thought it was interesting that if you just look at a couple of sites, you can find out what's really behind it all. And it's not as easy as people make out. It's not really a mature technology yet, I don't think. One day maybe it will be. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but I just think there's a lot of people who have been boosting it out of all proportion. There's the progress of the aquarium. The external part's been done, but I guess there's a hell of a lot of internal stuff to be figured out before they bring the actual beasties in and put them in their tanks. So may not be up and running till about mid-year, who knows, maybe later. But I guess it'll be a bit of an asset for Cairns to have a bit of a tourist attraction there. It does seem to attract family groups a lot, as well as single backpackers. Bit of a mix. Although I don't know who in the hell will be coming here at this time of year, but someone is. There's plenty of planes coming in. Personally, I'll be trying to avoid the place in January, February if I'm going to be hanging around here. I actually did see a house in Parramatta Park going pretty cheaply. They were asking $169,000, which is dirt cheap, and it's probably a little too far for my liking. I'm quite down. The part of Parramatta Park I'm in now is much closer to the central, so it's more convenient, but it's not too bad. Trouble is, typical up here, agents slacker, as I've sent 2 messages and got no reply from them. And I think I have dealt with that agency before, and they were slacking that instance as well. But you think you're actually selling a place, I mean, that was when I was looking to rent. I can understand not getting treated as royalty then, but when you want to actually buy a place, I would have thought they'd treat you a bit better, but no. Well, they do have that saying up here, Queensland time, and I guess that could be part of the equation. So Yeah, I think it's actually a little cooler than it was yesterday. There are some dark clouds at the back there, so I'll try to get my shopping out of the way pretty quickly and head back home. But yeah, it's just good to get out and have a stroll, despite the fact that it's a bit too warm to be out. So yeah, I'd like to have a look at this place. I checked it out externally. I just went up there and found it and looked through the gates and what have you, and over the fence, and had a bit of a squeeze. You know, it's nothing. It's not a palace by any stretch, but you know, that is such an incredibly good price, and presumably might be to get it for $150 or less, and which would give me a lot of scope for renovations if the body corporate allowed. So it's another consideration too. But if it only cost me that sort of money, that is a bargain by Melbourne standards. If I'm going to get like about double that from a flat if I sell it next month, I'll be laughing. So hopefully that'll all work out. And even if I don't want to necessarily be around here in January and February as that much, I might get away and go on a few internal holidays in Oz, but somewhere cooler. Still use my place for storage, so that's all right. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think the other thing I'm thinking of basically doing up here, I've never done this before, is that I haven't even done it in Southeast Asia, to be honest with you, but I'm thinking of having 2 showers a day just to freshen me up, because it is a bit draining. I'm determined not to use the aircon if I can avoid it, although it has been tempting from time to time. I mean, I can afford it, but it's sort of partially principle, partially tight-ass considerations. So we'll see. Still got a bit of time to go before over the peak period. Going to go all through Feb. So if I can avoid using aircon until I travel back to Vietnam, then I may well be home and hosed for this season. We'll see how we go. Still prefer to be here than Melbourne anyway. So, you know, still all in all it's been the right decision, but the summer has been a little warmer than I'd expected, to be honest with you.